What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in South Georgia. Hope that camera's getting a decent angle there. I don't have my don't have anything setting up there to set it in to hold it still. I'm gonna kind of try to keep my finger on it until I get out here on the road, or on the main road. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here this morning and do a little quick video to put out. I got some more stuff coming out, but this is a non-mowing video, so you're not gonna see me get dirty. You're not gonna see 002, 003. You're not gonna see the hustlers. You know, you will get to see my new glasses. Old man, 45 years old. Finally had to go get some glasses. Can't see with them, can't see without them now. Trying to adjust to them. But anyway, what I want to come on this morning and talk about, you know, I don't know, you know, I know some of the people through interaction that follow the channel, and as always, I appreciate all of y'all. I don't know where some of you are, you know, I know sometimes, I don't know that you'd be following, anybody like this would be following me, but you have guys and gals that get on here and they watch YouTube because they're wanting to start a business, and they're thinking about, hey, I'm trying to find, you know, techniques and ideas and you know, just strategies to start a lawn care business. And so one of the things I was thinking about, if you're looking to get started, I believe now's a good time to do it. Now you might say, wait a minute, man, the grass, unless you live in, like I do, South Georgia, or you're in Florida, or, and there's some other places, we aren't the only ones here in the South, where you know, there are folks in Florida that cut year round. I got a couple of properties that I service year round. Now obviously I'm not cutting them weekly, but it goes to a bi-weekly cut, then it goes to a once a month cut, and then it starts back, you know, spring next year bi-weekly to you know, mid-spring through summer weekly, and then it transitions back. So but the reason I say now, if you're wanting to get into the business, let me put this caveat in there. If you're wanting to go in debt-free into lawn care, you got a full-time job or something now, you're trying to test your feet, you just want to get started on the side. Maybe you're like me, you don't want to leave your full-time job, but you do want to get your feet wet in the lawn care business, but you don't want to have any debt associated with it. You know, right now the season is winding down for a lot of folks. A lot of guys that and gals. I'm trying to get better with saying that, because you know, I do have a great respect for. When I say guys, I'm just talking about people, but I realize not everybody takes it that way, because that's not what I'm actually saying. And there's some great women in lawn care as well, and big shout out to them. But right now, a lot of businesses, let me say it like that maybe, are getting rid of their equipment. You know, not everybody's like me. If you've looked around, so I'm riding in a 2008 Nissan Sentra. I got a 2007 at the house that I call Scratchy. You've probably seen me in it before. I got a 1995 Ford F-150. And then I got a 2018 Nissan Frontier. My equipment will be like my vehicles. Most of all except for the 07 Sentra was bought new by our family. So I drive them till the wheels fall off, and I'm gonna do my equipment the same way. Now that doesn't mean, you know, I usually keep a newer vehicle among our vehicles. I probably normally keep a newer mower among my mowers, but a lot of my stuff I'll drive, you know, till it falls apart. And so I'm saying that to say this, you can find some good deals. So what happens right now, if I wanted to go and trade in one of my hustlers on a new one, chances are it would be just like trading in a vehicle. If I trade in a vehicle, they give me, you know, one of these old vehicles, you know, $1,000. if that, 500, I don't know. But I go out and sell it for 1,500 or 2,000, right? Because the dealer's going to give you a little bit of money for it, turn around, well, they'll do it through an auction, something this old, but they're going to resell it and make money. But what you find is a lot of businesses, you know, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. Now, I realize that there's some risk associated with that. It would be good if you happen to know somebody that's in the business and they're having to get, you know, rid of a piece of equipment, like somebody you feel like you can trust. Last year I was looking at a Hustler X1. That's what I wanted. And Wally at Beach River had one. And I would have bought that thing in a heartbeat from him, because I don't feel like, now anything can happen with an old piece of equipment, but I don't feel like Wally would have sold me a piece of junk knowing that, you know, after I cut 2 acres with it, it was going to fall apart. Now the reason I didn't buy from him is because it was a 54-inch and I really needed a 60, and you can tell from some of the properties I do. But I would have done that in a heartbeat. So right now people are trying to get rid of equipment. They're going into the fall when business has slowed down for them, and you can find some pretty good deals. I just been going through Facebook Marketplace. I use that a lot, and you know, I've run across some pretty good deals on some pieces of equipment. Now, I'm not in the market for it. That's just what I do when I sit around, you know, and get bored. I just, you know, scroll through there and look at lawnmowers and subcompact tractors and you know, diesel trucks and all that kind of stuff. So but now it's potentially for a mower, you know, stick equipment, anything like that, to do it. I got so carried away with talking about a new business, or starting a business, that I forgot to tell you what I was doing. I'm actually going out and look at a property, so I'm kind of throwing this in the middle of the business talk, and gonna go out and look at a property. Somebody called me the other day. This may just be a one-time cut deal, you know. He said, hey, my lawnmower broke, and you know, whatever. So I told him I'd look at it and give him a price on it. Seemed to be, you know, a nice guy on the phone. So anyway, we'll see what comes out of that. I'll try to probably just shoot a video of it, you know, at least at the whole property, just kind of let you see it. It's supposed to be about 2 acres. I did look it up on Google Maps. From the aerial view, looks like it had a ton of trees. From the road view, which is a newer map, looks like all the trees are gone. So anyway, we can get out here and look at it. Probably end up being a pretty simple property. You got a dog pen he needs cut inside of, and he's been cutting it but hadn't been weed eating, you know, one of those kind of deals. So anyway, we're gonna take a look at that and see what's going on. And one thing I thought about, you can't remember everything you say, so in this this new buying this equipment video, the thing I'm trying to stress is a lot of times you can get a good deal from a company or business individual that's selling a piece of equipment at the end of the year, so he can buy something or she can buy something new. So there's a possibility, you know, she might find a good deal like that. That's where I was going with that, if I didn't make that clear. So anyway, let me get off of this and find my turn down here, and then I will check back with y'all when I get to the property. All right, so from what I could tell talking to the gentleman, this is going to be the house right here with the white vinyl fence, the green one here, which looks like he does have a zero-turn mower out there. Does look like a pretty simple property. I'm going to try to just kind of pull up here and look around. I don't know if anybody is at home, so I'm trying to be, yeah, it looks like he started cutting over here. Yeah, he said something about he started cutting in the, yeah, you can tell there were trees out here at one time. He said something about he started cutting and the deck was unlevel, and you know, he didn't like it looking that way, so he wanted somebody to come cut it. That's what it was. He's having a deck issue, and it was, I guess, aggravating him. So anyway, I'm gonna get out here and look at it and see what we got going on. I'm actually gonna give him a call real quick, because I don't want to be wandering around somebody's property and them not know I'm here. I don't know if anybody's home or not, so let me get off here and check that out. All right, there we go. Not a bad property. Good bit of trimming around the house. There's that big vinyl privacy fence all the way around, so probably got as much trimming as there is mowing in terms of time, but nothing severely overgrown. He's obviously kept the property up pretty good. Had some damage to his lawnmower. It was actually sitting out there under the shelter, and looks like something's broken, and one side of the deck's hanging down on it. So and like I said, I mean, this will probably end up being, I'm guessing, just a one-time deal, but it's certainly not overgrown or anything. Just a little excess trimming. So anyway, I just shot him a price over, an estimate, and we'll see what happens if he's good with it while we're up here in this area on Friday. It is a little out of the way, but in fact, I need to see. I'm on 163 now. I'm gonna see how far, out I have to come from another property up here. I'm guessing, 6 or 7 miles. But if it had been under 2 acres, I probably wouldn't even considered it. I know, route density, I realize all that's important. But when you start getting into 2+ acre yards, I found that sometimes they're worth driving 8 or 10 miles, outside your normal deal. And the reason for that is when you're doing half-acre yards, you're unloading equipment, cutting, loading equipment, moving, unloading equipment, cutting, loading equipment, moving, unloading equipment, and what happens is, you have to do three or 4 of them to get what you can get to pull up to one of these and just stop. And I found that especially to be true when I'm cutting solo, because I get on a property like that back there, and it probably takes me an hour and 45 minutes. So that's an hour and 45 minutes that my vehicle sits. I'm not loading and unloading equipment. I'm just on the job working. So anyway, I sent him over a message. He may look at it and he may think I've lost my mind. And if he does, that's okay. There's a lot of folks that cut grass. You can check around. And I tell people that. I said, look, there's a lot of people doing this. You can check around. Just hopefully, you get the same quality. Just compare apples to apples. To make sure you're getting the same deal. So, but anyway, we'll see what he says, and maybe we'll be able to shoot you some footage on it this Friday if he wants it done. So I'm a little bit concerned about the end of the week with just the way the weather is, but I do have Saturday kind of in my schedule as an overflow day. So usually Thursday afternoon, Friday I cut, and then if I need to pick up something I cut, I try to get it on Saturday. So and obviously I've already told him at the earliest it would be the end of this week. For somebody I'm just dropping into a cut for, I'm not going to bump them up ahead of somebody that's a regular customer. So, if we can get it, we get it. If we can't get it, this week we don't get it. So that's just the way it works. But anyway, now back to, pardon us for our interruption. We are now back to talking about, starting a business, buying equipment, and is this the right time to, jump into it for you? Now, if you're going the route that I went, I chose to go a route of buying new equipment. And the reason I did that is because, well, for one, Hustler, who is financing through Sheffield, and many other companies do this. This is not just a Hustler deal. They were offering 0% for like 48 months. I think it was a $200 finance fee or something like that. So basically, what it came down to was a couple of $100 in my situation to use somebody else's money for 4 years and, you know, make a payment that was not all that much. Now again, full-time job, I'm blessed, I'm fortunate. I can make that payment if I never cut another piece of grass, okay? So I didn't have to, the business didn't have to pay for that, because when I went out and bought my equipment, I didn't even have any loans. So, you know, and I told that story in an earlier video, but I chose to go that route because I wanted equipment I knew I could depend on. I didn't want to be out there working on something and having to boost it off and, you know, get something, had to replace the battery, this, that, and the other. Now, if you're going to go that route, what I did is wait until the spring. I waited, you know, closer to the cutting season before I bought it, because I didn't want to make because even though I could make the payment on it, I don't want to make the payment on it. I want the business to pay for it, right? So I waited till, you know, I had started doing I had got a couple of my monthly contracts for the year started, and started, you know, doing a little bit of work in like February, and I went ahead and went out and made that purchase so the business could pay for the equipment. So anyway, you know, I don't know if this will help anybody or not. I'm just going to throw it out there for what it's worth. You know, there may be somebody that's watching this channel that thinks, hey, I just want to get started, you know, cutting yards in my neighborhood. I got a couple of neighbors that I could cut for, or I got a couple of family members. Maybe you're a young person and, you know, maybe you're not even looking at zero turn, you're thinking push more. Again, marketplace has been able to find push mowers, you know, so, and basically, you know, you don't need a lot to start a lawn care business. You need a mower. I mean, this would be ideal. You ain't got to have all this, but you need a mower. You need really a trimmer. I know people say, oh, you got to have some more. You can just mow and tell them you don't trim. And, I mean, you can do that. I'm not denying that, but I don't want to leave a yard untrimmed. If you want to get started with a push mower and a weed eater and maybe a little handheld blower, and you're a young person and you don't have the money, I mean, hey, talk to mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, you know, find a neighbor that knows you and knows that you're a hard worker, and tell them, hey, you know, buy me this equipment and I'll cut your yard till I get it paid back, or whatever. You know, somebody that's wanting that service done. I mean, do whatever you got to do, you know, to get started. If you're starting on a level like that with a push mower and you know, a trimmer, and you ain't got to have the best stuff, just get what you got to make you some money, and then you can upgrade. So anyway, I'm not a business expert by any means. That's just some information that I thought I'd throw out and get you to thinking about. And you know, I don't think now's a bad time to start a business. I think now's a great time to start a business, because not to incur a lot of debt, but to start a business, because this gives you time to plan. It gives you time to make up, you know, little flyers, to make up cards, to make up door hangers, to talk to people. You know, there's probably people now in your neighborhood. I got a lot of accounts like this of people who are unable, they don't just have money and don't want to cut grass and want to enjoy the weekend. They're simply unable. And you know, there's that 70, 75, 80, 85-year-old gentleman in your community that's been cutting his yard, and he realizes now that, you know, this is the last year, this is the last season, I'm done. You know, I can't do this again next year. And you know, that's a potential customer for you. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video for whatever it was worth. And my prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you, and that you might see all of your blessings as from Him. Hope you have a great, great day.